go now? I've already explored most of everything out here. I'm guessing I just... Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna skip the night. Probably gonna come back heck tired because my character hasn't slept all day, but it's whatever. I'll just go to a grocer or something and get a bunch of energy drinks or something. Maybe I'll drink alcohol in the game.
God be with you. I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Ratai. Good luck to you.
On the edge of Ratai? Damn, I'm flying. What the fuck? Alright, to sum all this up, basically the guy got murdered, and they get him. It's the only cutscene I'll actually watch.
There's nothing to see here. That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say
Bailiff of
any
our
other
shit.
kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Yeah, guy.
Allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh, or all that's left of him.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
I think I have like 5 minutes before everyone loses their attention and then leaves the area, so there's that.
Who was Limpy Lou?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was.
Has he been up to anything suspicious?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the...
I've no idea. He kept his
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
When did you find the body?
Just now. And
God preserve you, good night.
I've come in the name...
I don't know how I...
Do you know what Lou...
I don't think he was home.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with?
As far as I know,
Have you noticed anything?
there wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time.
That's all. Thank you.
Goodbye.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form. May the Lord watch over you.
I wanted to talk to him, but the game's not letting me.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. A simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Do you know what Lubosh...
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the...
Did you notice anything suspicious?
My child. All...
That's really not a lot of help.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can, because if I...
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the... Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
May the Lord watch over you.
In the evening? Oh my god, man. Let's just get this over with already.
I'm honored that a knight such as you take... Farewell.
Is there somewhere I...
All right. For how long?
Just the one night?
Sure, but let's...
Here you go.
You all like it here. Farewell.
I gotta look this something up real quick. Alright, so he wants me to go... Oh. Combat. Warfare. Ooh, I haven't got one of these up in a while. Hmm. Yeah. What time is evening in Kingdom Come Deliverance? So 9:10. I don't believe it. That's evening.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings.
Morning, Mouse. Yeah. Okay.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
What's the holdup? Hey! Ale, here!
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, the girl,
The best of women.
even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages, There's a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that to Grouch Bernard.
he did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyle? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhoff stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, we're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claim. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
Got it for you right
I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
You're just making excuses. The people who say the church is corrupt are right. You don't care about anyone, only your own comfort.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Really sorry. You've no idea how wrong you are.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church, the lamentable wealth in which the church's drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Coming right up. Here.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. In a few years, it'll...
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Got it for you right here.
Alright, so here's where the story diverges. I can either take the red pill, and I go back home, and none of this happened. I forget everything. Or I take the blue pill, and we see how far this rabbit hole goes.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Oh man, I just hope I'm not gonna be like slaughtered at the end of this journey, or persecuted for making a father drink, or a priest or whatever. Hey, you women.
Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men,
Throw them out. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh my god. I'm about to fight the fucking owner of the town. The bailiff. And his cronies. That's one.
It's not all you've got.
Oh my god, man. Okay, I'll take my freaking allergy medication, god. After I'm done with this stuff, I can't believe I beat up the bailiff and his cronies.
So, my dear, wouldn't you like to have
Oh my god.
ring on the bell? No sooner said than done.
I'd love to. And Henry too, I'm sure. Right, Henry. Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you won't hurt yourself.
Godwin,
I don't want to miss this part. Oh my god, my nose. My nose knows. Dang, my character is drunk.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody hell. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Damn. Damn. Where'd I go, buddy? What are we doing? Are we just gonna walk aimlessly? What's my quest? Shit. Alright, find more about earn the priest's trust. So I guess I'm earning the priest's trust. Drinking. Beer gets you 50%, blah blah blah. The offensive alcohol. Shake. No. I don't want to do any drinking skills. They all suck. Bailiff. Father, Goodwin. We beat the bailiff up. What's wrong with you, guy? Why did you do this?
Well, I have to say that was a fine
He's just so smug about it. He's like, you're so weak. We can tell you haven't drinking in a while. I don't know, was coffee even invented back in the time that this game was made? Or is it more of a science thing?
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, stay on in my head. My guts. My poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you.
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose it's Sir Radzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
Start raving mad.
I'm not.
Fucking stuffed squirrel.
Plan. Flawless. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosha's cronies are.
You better. And leveled up in drinking again. One of the most useless skills in the game.
Well, alright. I can't make any promises about what will happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubos.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Okay. 9 should be fine. Yeah. Just to increase my charisma just a little bit more. You guys want to see my bare hands? You can see my bare hands. Holy Scheiße. I am drunk as a skunk. Ugh. I can't even walk straight. Lost my reputation. Oh man, this is horrible. Great. I'm not really good with speeches.
Never show up.
Look, he can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with him, you beast. Just you.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clang.
He looks so proud of himself.
Spiritus Sancti. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas.
He's gonna throw up in the cup, watch. And then he's gonna drink it. No. He's like, I had a little bit too much alcohol. Dang.
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where by the grace of God was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So Henry, you may begin.
Alright, it's like Jeopardy. I gotta give him the right answer. I think I'm just gonna go with the charisma answers, that's all. I'm not gonna go with anything lower. I'll lose my chances, and I lose all my leads. The only lead I have, actually, about this whole investigation. All this drunkardness will go to waste. Then I'll lose reputation and face with everyone I know in the world in this game. Dang, how long is this load screen gonna take? My face. Come on. They're worse than a 5-year-old trying to think of an answer to a question he doesn't know. Freaking PlayStation. Come on. And the PlayStation is just stalling. Stop stalling! You're not stalling. This isn't Soviet Russia. Hurry up. Watch, this is gonna be a freaking 2-minute load screen. Oh my god. Just the one thing I hate about this game is the load screens. It'd probably be faster on the PS5, but I mean, who has the money for those things nowadays? All the scalpers out there. And even when the scalpers died, oh no, they still hiked the price up to like freaking half a K. Well, in the meantime, PlayStation 4 is like $250, $300 for the Pro. And the Slim's like $200 even. I wonder if they have a Slim Pro. That'd be cool. Reverse engineering and what was the other one? Man, I can't even think right now. Welcome to the stream, even though we're going to be stuck here for like a minute or two while we wait for this load screen. At the moment, I'm going to answer a bunch of questions half drunk in this game. Let's see how that goes. Nope, and they left. Well, look you too, guy. Don't tell me I have to do all of this freaking stuff all over again. Well, I'll come back in like half an hour because I'm not doing all of that all over again. Heck that. Get something to eat, I guess, while I wait for this nonsense to load. Watch, it's gonna be like that episode of SpongeBob. The second I go away from the screen, it's gonna be loaded, and then I'm gonna be kind of pissed because all of those, all the dialogues I think are timed. I'll probably have enough time to make some burritos or something. Burritos. And okay, I'll have a breakfast sandwich. Did it finally load? No. God dang, man, this game. There's no way in heck I'm gonna freaking have to do all of this all over again. No way in hell. No. I'm not doing it again. If I have to do that again, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna do it all again. But I think I'm just gonna skip all of the cutscenes. A lot. cutscenes. And I think if I stop it now, it'll end the stream, and then I'll just have to restart the stream again. For those of you that just checked in, I've just gotten drunk with the priest of the town. Yeah, it's what it sounds like. I got drunk with the priest, stayed a little bit too late at the taverns. The bailiff came to kick me out of the tavern, and the priest didn't like that, so we got in a little bit of a brawl with him. And yeah, I kind of beat up his cronies and the bailiff. And then we got really drunk after that. And we went to the tops of the windmill, I think it is. Rang the bell, woke everyone up, kept them all up until like, I don't know how long. Then we went to, I don't know where we went. I was so drunk I woke up and I found myself in some place while the priest was being plowed by some lady, I don't know. And then another lady mounted me, and yeah, I woke up the next morning and we were in a field of flowers. Butt drunk, with nothing but my PJs on, running around like kind of just trying to find my bearings. And then the bailiff was like, "You're my best," not the bailiff, the priest was like, "You're my best friend now." And then, yeah, we woke up in some lady's garage, and apparently the priest had to do something, sacraments or something, and he's too drunk to do it, so that's what I'm doing right now. As soon as this timer runs up. Oh my god, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to close the app. It's ridiculous. Yeah.